Morning guys, it's Anna here. How you doing? Okay, I have to admit it took me a very long time to figure out exactly where to do this live stream, and now I'm still not happy with it. Okay, that's all right. I go this way. I'm in this it's like a library, like in the middle of the hotel. I was just walking down a side hall, and ended up like in this beautiful library. Like it's just in the middle of nowhere and no one's in here. So I've decided I'm going to monopolize it and take it for a live stream. So yes, it's a little bit exciting. And I'm sitting in this like little nook thing. I don't know if you can see, probably not. It's literally like right on the window. A little nook for me to hang out in. So it's a little bit cool. I thought I would come and do a final live stream for 2017 before it all ends and stuff. And actually this morning after my last post and stuff, I got the inspiration for what this actual final live stream is going to be about. So say hey if you're jumping on. Happy New Year. Very, very excited for 2018. I hope you are too. I'd love to hear about your plans, your goals. If you've got a word, I've heard this a lot around at the moment about words that people have for like a new year and stuff. And that sounds really cool. I'm quite excited about that. I'm definitely feeling a little bit back to normal. I was a bit flat for a couple of days, like as if, I don't know, it was only a 3-hour time difference from Melbourne, but I felt really out of it for like one day, and then I got back to normal and back to my normal bubbly self, which is good. But yes, so yeah, for 2017 and for, I guess, this final live stream, I wanted to talk a little bit about struggle and about hard and all that kind of stuff, because it's something that I'm very familiar with. It's something that has been a huge part of my life for a very long time. And it's something that I've worked on releasing, especially in the last half of this year, or not even half, just a few months. And it's something that I'm going to carry on into the new year. And I'd love to tell you about it and basically see if this is something that might work for you, because if you sort of don't know my history too much, but I was very much growing up working really hard, doing all of the work, study, do everything, tick all the points and cross all the lines and all that kind of stuff type of person. And so for me, the idea of, that sort of saying of nothing worth having comes easily. Like I've heard that saying all my life, and I took it on so powerfully and I took it on so seriously that nothing worth having can possibly come easily. That was like my mantra. And so I just absolutely worked my ass off. I applied myself so diligently. I did everything. I basically wore like a badge of honor that like the harder I worked, the more I sacrificed, all that kind of stuff, that was going to make me happy, that was the stuff that made something worth it, that was what made it valuable. That was like my badge of honor for as long as I can remember, to be honest. I'd love to know if you have been the same, for example. Leave a comment down below, let me know. But yeah, it was this badge of honor that I wore everywhere I went, basically. And so it's only been in the sort of last few months of this year that, especially with a lot of the stuff that I've been listening to and reading and really going on a much deeper level into manifestation and that kind of stuff, that and if you ever listen to Abraham Hicks on YouTube, like she's absolutely amazing, and just the way that it's expanded my mind about what's possible, and about all these beliefs that I used to have about basically people that have things come easily to them, or people that just receive easily, or are blessed in so many ways that they're, I don't know, bad people, or they're just lucky, or they shouldn't have it, or whatever it is. And well, it's not really worth it because they didn't work to get it. And it was just a whole different concept of, hold on, no, that's not actually how it works. You are born worthy, okay? So this is where the kind of smackdown, the last final smackdown for 2017 is going to happen. You are actually born worthy, right? You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to work particularly hard. You don't actually need to do anything to be worthy of everything that you desire. You were born worthy. It's simply, as soon as you get born, you get you get bombarded with other humans who have already been in this human experience for a bit longer than you, and they've all developed their limitations, their beliefs around what's possible and what's not based on their experiences, and they've taken it on and decided that that's the way it is, right? And so you get born absolutely worthy and absolutely ready to receive and just have everything come easily to you. And then over the course of many, many years, all these other humans that have been in this human experience for longer than you start bombarding you with, no, you can't do that. No, it's not allowed to be that easy. No, you have to actually do it this way. That's not the way the world works, blah, blah, blah. And then you start taking on these other people's, other humans, imparted beliefs and their imparted experiences and stuff, which is not your experience. As a baby, you know that everything you want is available to you. You know that you are a manifestation queen or king or whatever. You know that anything you want is just done. But you start taking on these beliefs from these other humans that have been around so much longer than you, and that basically start telling you, no, that's not how it works. You need to do it this way, and you need to work really hard. And you know what? Actually, if you don't work really hard and sacrifice and stuff, you're not going to appreciate it. You're not going to see the value in it. And you start believing them. You start taking it on and running with it. At least that's what I did. Let me know if you've done the same. I did it for a long, long time, and I found myself more and more miserable because literally I got into this state of like, every time I wanted to enjoy something, every time I wanted to relax, I felt guilty. I felt like, well, no, this is me being lazy now. Like if I'm feeling good, if I'm feeling like something's just easy and fun and flow and joy, then that's wrong. It should be a struggle. It should be hard. I shouldn't be allowed to just feel amazing and have everything just come to me because I decided for it to. And after a while, I just kind of went, hold on, this isn't right. Like this isn't the way that I want to feel. And that's the thing. There's like, I said right, but I meant it's just not right for me, right? Because everything is just based on what you want, right? And you have to make a decision about what feels good to you and what you want to have moving forward, because there is no right and wrong, there is no rules, there is no anything about how something has to be. It's all made up, it's all just whatever you want it to be, but you have to make your own decision based on what it is that you actually want it to be, right? And I got to the point where I just went, I'm sick of this, I'm sick of struggling, I'm sick of guilt and just frustration that I'm not getting anywhere, or that as soon as I decide that I want to have a break from something, that's therefore now I'm not going to achieve anything with that because that's me being lazy, I'm not working hard, all that kind of stuff. I just had enough. And let me know if you've been in that position, right? But that was basically it. I just decided that. And here's the difference, right, between struggle and growth, because a lot of people did get brought up on this idea of if you're not struggling, if it's not hard work, if you're not having to really, if you're not struggling for something, then it's not worth it, right? Nothing worth having comes easy. That saying that I grew up on. The problem with that is you're basically accepting a struggle's not a good word. Nobody can, well, you can put a positive spin on it if you want, but really, truthfully, struggle is never a good, it's not a word that makes you feel good. If you say, I'm struggling with something, this is a struggle for me, none of that for me anyway, makes it particularly empowering or powerful or positive. It kind of invokes that feeling of something's tough, something's not enjoyable, right? And when you're not in a good state, when you're not feeling good, when it's not bringing out positive emotions, it's not good. It's just that simple. You're not going to be able to bring anything good. So the difference here between struggle and growth, everyone's all for growth. I'm all for growth. Growth implies that there is something to learn, that there is something to expand, that there is no limit to what you are capable of, right? And this is something really, really powerful actually that I want to share with you from a live stream that I was watching earlier today. That the thing with growth is that it implies that there is always an infinite amount to you available to expand more, to grow more, right? And so when you're doing that, there's more for everyone. So if you're in a growth stage, if you're expanding, then yeah, you're actually, growing your, going through the struggle, if you want to call it that, whatever. You've got your challenge, but you're growing from it, you're expanding, you're actually gathering more resources that you have in terms of your emotions, in terms of your psychology, in terms of your physical being, everything like that. You are actually growing and you are expanding. But the idea that it's a struggle puts a limit on it, right? It puts a limit that, well, what you can only go through this struggle based on what you have now. And then therefore, that's all that you can do. When you're in a growth stage, when you're actually, going through, for example, whatever challenge it is that you want to go through, and you're actually determined to make it a growth thing for you, then not only are you expanding yourself, but you are making room for more that you can give to others, right? You are actually making room to be more resourceful, to have more of you, to basically to grow, right? And that's a much more powerful state. That's not to say that you're not going to have challenges, you're not going to have things that you have to figure out, you're not going to have some kind of, I guess, in some ways, struggles or whatever you want to call it, but calling it a struggle doesn't really help anyone, because it just implies that it's something that you have to fight your way through, that it's not allowed to be easy, that you have to suffer for it, and it's just not the case. It's allowed to be so easy, and it's allowed to be so flow-based, and it's allowed to just be absolutely divine, right? And it's this incredible change that happens when you let go of this need to struggle, let go of the need to prove yourself as if you aren't worthy until you've gone through this struggle, until you've worked really hard, that nothing worth having comes easily. And you let go of that and just accept that, no, you were born infinite, you were born worthy, you were born with the ability and capability for exponential, infinite growth within yourself and your impact on the world. And if you can just accept that worthiness inherently as of yourself, with no parameters attached, with no rules about, I have to do this or I have to do that, or I have to be this particular way, or I have to achieve these particular things, I have to mark off these particular dots on the point, and I have to take this achievement, and I have to do these, human experience ticks and everything like that. If you take all of that fucking shit away and just breathe and just allow yourself to feel back to when you were a baby, feel back to when you didn't know anything about anyone else's limitations, anyone else's human experiences, your parents, whoever raised you, whatever, all of their shit, before you took on all of their shit about what is and isn't possible, is and isn't going to happen, how the world doesn't work, before you took on all of that shit, you were just free. You were just inherently worthy and inherently infinite and inherently able to grow into everything, right? And to just expand exponentially forever and ever and ever. If you can go back to that and obviously take everything that you've learned along the way as well, and just, for the first time maybe in your life, like it was for me, allow yourself to just be, to just accept that everything is allowed to be so easy, everything is allowed to flow, and that just because things come easily to you, or just because wealth or love or just luck in general in life, whatever it is, like there's so many things off the top of my head that I can list that I just seem to have incredible luck with. And I'm sure you do as well, even if not all areas right now, but if certain areas where you're like, well, things just always work out for me in this area. If you were to just accept that that is actually amazing, that that's exactly what you want, that that's exactly what you want in everything, and to just follow that joy and that flow and that acceptance that ease is the way, everything changes. Everything changes. You stop the struggle, you stop the judgment, you stop caring what other people think, which again, if you've been in a position like me where you have tried so hard for so many years to do everything right, to work really hard, to prove yourself worthy and stuff like that, the idea that you can just let go and be like, you know what, people, you go do you all have your own journey, everyone has their own journey. The right people that are resonating, that are connected with this, will come and join me, and the other people, they'll go do their own journey, and that's fine. And not everyone is meant to be on the same journey. They're just not. But if you try and get on the wrong journey, and you try and be on that journey of just always struggling and always fighting and always pushing and always having to prove yourself worthy, that you're not actually, nothing is of value until you've worked really hard for it, nothing is of value until you've fought for it, until it's been a struggle. I've been on that journey and it fucking sucks. I'm just checking and there's like no one here. And it just sucks because it just limits you so much, because literally you can't breathe, you can't trust yourself, and you sure as hell cannot trust that the universe is just looking after you, that you are actually allowed to just manifest whatever you want. Like it's just your inherent right to be able to just imagine, right, in your mind, whatever you want and have it just come to life. That is what we are actually capable of. That is our soul. That is our magnetic spirit, everything. And yet we get that drummed out of us from such a young age. And then we get pushed with this crap about if it's nothing worth having comes easily. Bullshit. Like so much worth having comes easily. For the easiest example that I always talk about is my marriage, right? My husband and I, ever since we met, has just been so effortless, so easy. Like we never fight. We never have any of those kind of issues. Do we grow together? Fuck yes. Like we have so much stuff that we grow through. We have so many lessons that we teach each other. We have so many ways that we challenge each other and really push each other into, well, not even push, but just align each other into different areas. Hell yeah, there's a lot of growth going on, but it's not a struggle. It is never a struggle, right? It's never hard. I never feel like I have to work on my marriage. It's just allowed to be easy, and it's amazing. And the way that we actually expand each other and grow impacts other people, because then we meet other people who are like, holy shit, how are you in this relationship? Like, how are you guys so in love? How are you so, all these things that people say, oh, that phase will pass. You'll get, you get sick of each other and you'll have the whole ball and chain thing. And we're like, no, you don't understand. That's not our standard. Our standard is that it's easy, that it's effortless, that we love each other, that we value each other above anything. And it's allowed to be easy, and it's simply a choice. It's simply a choice that you make or you don't make at some stage. I'm sharing this because it's the choice that I made this year, and it's made all of the difference, because for years and years I struggled. And you've seen like probably my live streams from even just like a few days ago, last week I think I did that live stream about Christmas and how much of a struggle like every Christmas has been for me for so long. And now we've just finished Christmas at our house a few days ago, and now hubby and I are, over in Perth in another 5-star hotel like we always do, and just enjoying ourselves, right? Because it's allowed to be easy. It's allowed to just be effortless, and it doesn't mean that we're not growing. It doesn't mean that we're not expanding. In fact, same as money is just a reflection, is just a way of expanding whatever's on the inside. So yes, there's horrible people that are rich, that are doing horrible things with money, but it's not the money that made them that way. That's just who they are now, who they've chosen to be, and money just expands it and makes it so that they can be even more horrible. And just the same way, there are plenty of people, which is exactly the kind of person I'm expanding and growing into, who, when they get more money, use that in the positive way that they want to impact it. So for me, that means that I can put more money into my business, that I can impact more people, that I can transform more lives. Like, that's where it comes up for me. And so it's not, nothing is inherently evil or not. It's just a bit of a side train of thought. It's simply a choice, and it's just an expansion, and that's all it is. And struggle does not need to be a prerequisite for having everything you want. It can actually be just easy and effortless and fun and amazing and flow-based and just basically everything that you've ever wanted, right? The sooner that you can maybe get out of that mind frame of anything worth having does not come easily. And it's something that I've heard, oh my God, like thousands of times growing up, and that I told myself, like, this is the kind of affirmation shit that I used to write when I was in high school. That was the kind of stuff that I listened to all the time, was all those motivational people that are like, no, you have to separate your work and your play, and you have to, when you're working, you have to really work and you have to really grind, and when you're playing, make sure that you're present and you're having fun and stuff, and you never combine the two. Like, I was even just listening to Jim Rohn this morning, and he talks about that, like, don't combine your work and your play. And I'm just like, screw that. Why? Like, this is my work. This is my work and this is my play, and it's amazing. Like, why would I not combine that? It's not meant to be hard. It's not meant to be hard. And if you want it to be hard, if that makes you feel better, good luck to you. Keep going, whatever. Like, it doesn't, as with anything, it never phases me what someone else does. But if this is resonating with you, and you know what it's like to feel like you're always pushing uphill, always struggling, you don't even feel like you're allowed to take a break, that you're allowed to enjoy anything, that if you're not working your ass off, that it doesn't really count and that you're not worthy until you've done things a particular way or worked particularly hard or sacrificed enough. And this is resonating with you and you're like, well, why do some people just have it so easy? Because we chose to, is basically the only answer I can give you. It's literally because we chose to, because we just chose to release that this is no longer who I am. I no longer choose struggle over anything else. I now choose ease and flow and just trusting that I am taken care of no matter what, and that everything is allowed to be easy, and that struggle and growth are not the same thing at all. You can grow exponentially, infinitely for the rest of your life, and you can make the biggest impact in the world in whatever way, shape or form you want, and you do not need to struggle to get there. You will grow and you will expand and you will come across amazing challenges that open you up to whole new areas of yourself that you didn't even know existed. Yes, you will get all of that awesome stuff, but it doesn't need to be a struggle. It just doesn't. That's just a choice. And my God, if I could just expand, if I could just, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know. Get it across to more people that is, it's a possibility for you. It's just a reality that exists for you as soon as you choose to claim it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, right? Because it's not about anything being anything that it's not. It's simply allowing yourself to be joyful and to be happy and to be in flow from where you are, and not from ever feeling like you can't be happy or you can't be whatever until you're size whatever in your clothing, or you weigh whatever, or you've achieved this much money per year, or whatever goals you've set for yourself that you're like, well, no, I can't actually be happy, I can't actually be satisfied until I do this, until I do this, until I do this. It's never about the motherfucking goal. It's always about the journey. And the journey has to be whatever it is that you want that goal to feel like. If you think that you're going to feel amazing when you weigh XYZ, if you think that you're going to feel amazing when you earn 200K a year, whatever it is, you have to be able to get yourself to a place where you can feel that now and in that journey. Because otherwise, if your whole journey is struggle to get there, guess what your goal will feel like? It will feel like struggle. It will be fucking annoying. You will not enjoy it. You will feel like a failure. You will continue to feel like you're struggling because you are just your internal state. And you will get there, and if you've gotten there through struggle and through grit and through just sucking it up and working really, really hard, and that's how you've gotten there, that is exactly how you're going to feel when you get there. It's the journey, not the destination. All right. I think my download's done. I think I'm done. Definitely feeling better. I'm definitely feeling better. I feel like that just kind of flowed this time. Whereas yesterday's live stream, I was just really scattered. And now I kind of feel like that was just something else comes through me when I do these kind of most of my live streams, and it just kind of flows the way that it needs to. So I hope that you got something out of this. I'd love to know your thoughts. Please leave a comment below if you're watching this live, or if you're watching on the replay, please say hey. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. I'd love to know about your 2017, if you feel like there was a bit of a theme for what was going on, and if you're kind of going to be changing that into 2018, because this was definitely my big change in 2017. And there's quite a few sort of changes coming still in 2018. Bear with me one sec. But this is definitely one that I'm going to continue. I love this journey of making things easy. It's so much fun. So much fun. So yes, I will pretty much leave it there. If you are looking to make 2018 absolutely your transformation year, where you're just going to get things happening really, really fast, you need to get into my VIP Dream Life Overhaul days. So these are held in 5-star hotels, just like this one here. This is the library here at the Como Treasury in Perth, which is actually, I think, the second best hotel in Australia. And it's voted like, I don't know, top 10 in the world. It's incredible, incredible. So I'm going to do another VIP day here in the Como, because it's just stunning, absolutely stunning here. But at the moment, I do have one available in Melbourne in January. So that's, tomorrow, next month. and then one in February in Sydney, right? So these are VIP days with me, one-on-one in a 5-star luxury hotel. We get our own luxurious suite where basically we are going to go really deep into letting go of all of the blocks, all of the resistance, all of the limitations of what other people want from you, of what you thought your life was meant to be like. Absolutely just blow that shit out of the water and get you aligned and in flow and absolute total clarity on what it is that you want out of life in terms of your career, in terms of your purpose, in terms of your relationships, your health, your fitness, whatever it is that lights you up, that you know is where you want to be and where you absolutely want to just focus in, like 100% laser focus on. This is the transformation to end all transformations, right? Because I love my online programs. I do them all the time and everything like that. But my one-on-one, I've specifically changed in 2018, let go of like the over the phone coaching packages and all that kind of stuff, because VIP one-on-one with me in person is where the shifts happen so fast, right? So I do like I've already done the VIP Dream Body Overhaul days, which are basically a VIP Dream Life Overhaul on a smaller scale, which is just focused on fitness and health and nutrition and getting you a program to work with you and getting you like an eating plan that works specifically for you and that kind of thing. So those are available still as well. They're just running Melbourne at the moment though. But the VIP Dream Life Overhauls is just like the next level elevated version of that, where if you imagine if you got yourself like a life coach or a mindset coach, although my technical name is a transformation coach, if you got yourself that package for like 6 months or whatever, and you had like weekly check-ins and you had emails and that, this is like the compact version of that. And not only that, but it's just getting you into that absolute flow and abundance and ease mindset that I've just been talking about for this whole live stream, of just allowing everything to come so easily to you, right? Because it's in this beautiful 5-star luxury suite. We get, all the room service, all the coffee, all the absolute being waited on hand and foot, whilst we go through all of the transformational mindset work that we need to go through for you in order to make 2018 just explode. You are going to walk out of that day. It's a full-on day, like, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. basically with me. You are just going to be absolutely blown away with how much change happens in such a short space of time. And then, of course, you get ongoing support with me anyway, but it is that absolute immersion that works so well. It's how I've obviously worked with my coaches in the past that's really made a difference for me, and therefore I know it is what I and my clients now get the most out of as well. So if you want to know more about that, feel free to send me a private message. I have got a video that explains exactly how the VIP Dream Life Overhaul days work. So I can send you that video so you can check it out. And then we can chat about booking you in. So I've got, one spot available in January in Melbourne, one spot available in February in Sydney, and then I'll suss it out from there on. But if you really want to get, 2018 started now, and absolutely just commit to the next level you on a whole new level. I keep saying level. I think that's going to be my new word for 2018, whole new level. Make sure you send me a private message and we'll chat and I'll send you the details. So yes, apart from that, I hope you have an amazing New Year's Eve, whatever you happen to be up to, and make it easy, make it fun, make it absolutely joyful. Love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see everything that we are both going to achieve in the next year. It's going to be incredible. Have an amazing night, everyone, and remember, live life on purpose. Bye.